Hi, I'm Alicia Mowry from the Ohio School Public Relations Association and also the PIO at the Delaware Area Career Center. And I am here today with our OHSPRA President, Lou DeVincentis, and he is going to just spend some time with us so we can get to know him a little bit better. He is the Communications Director for the Orange City School District, and we just have a couple of questions for him today so that all of our members can get to know him a little bit better. Thanks for joining us, Lou.
Thank you, Alicia. It's great to be here today and to be out in front of our members and share some information about myself and OHSPRA.
So start me out with, how long have you been working in public relations?
So public relations goes all the way back to my college days. So I've been in public relations for about 25, 26 years, the last 22 in public education.
And so what brought you to public education?
Looking for a job, and an opportunity presented itself at Orange. So I went and applied. It sounded interesting to me, getting the chance to work with people, work with kids, kind of sort of making a difference in my position. So I went and interviewed, and it went really well. And I really like what I heard. They like what they heard. And the rest is history. So I've been there ever since. And it's a great district. We're with a lot of great people. And one of the things I always say is I feel like I have a couple of master degrees just working with the people I work with, because they're so intelligent and so caring and so good at what they do. I learned so much from my colleagues, not only in my district, but then out across the communication field as well.
So what's one of your favorite parts about working there? Like, what gets you excited about getting out of bed and going to work every day, other than these wonderful colleagues that you
I enjoy what I do, first off. You know, a lot of people can't say that in different fields. So I really enjoy what I do, and I enjoy who I work for. That helps me get out of bed. And also too, again, the final product, I'm not trying to market it, gadgets and gazmos here. It's people. You're publicizing people. You're sharing information about people. It's about kids. It's about families. And I get I get a lot of enthusiasm through that. As a matter of fact, there's times if I'm at my desk and I'm stuck, I've got a brain freeze and I can't think of where I'm going next. Sometimes just walking around a school building and seeing the kids and seeing that energy and seeing the focus on what's going on keeps me going and gets the energy going again, gets the mojo working. And I just really enjoy dealing with people.
I think I forget sometimes how lucky we are that we have a job where we can just feel good about what we do. Like you said, we're not marketing a product, we're doing good in the world and helping our families and helping our students. So that's just a great feeling.
Absolutely.
So Lou is currently president of the OHSPRA board. And Lou, when I came on the board, you were president-elect. So you were already merging into a leadership role, and you definitely helped me jump in with both feet onto the board. And I've learned a lot from you already, just serving with you for about 1.5 years now. But what do you think? So first of all, tell me, how long have you been on the OHSPRA board, and why do you do it?
I joined the OHSPRA board in 2014. Angie Shaker and Patty Kozlow twisted my arm and said, "You got to give this a try." It's something I had thought about doing. I decided to throw my hat in the ring. I was the director of contests and awards initially. And, being a longtime member of OHSPRA, one of the things I really take away from it is the networking piece. It's the professional development piece. And I thought, well, here's a chance to get even more involved, kind of give back to my field, if you will. And I jumped on board, and it's been great ever since. I think I've grown a lot professionally. I've gotten learn more of my colleagues across the state. People have borrowed ideas from me. I've borrowed ideas from other people. Just that whole networking piece and being able to be more involved in what my profession is, being more involved in the whole OHSPRA experience, if you will. I think it's been great. And I never thought I'd go on to be president. I saw myself as a director for a couple of years, but the longer I've been on the board, the more I get from it, and the more I take away from it. So.
Well, you've certainly given back. I think you were one of the first ones to stand up and say, hey, we need to create all these resources for coronavirus messaging and put it on this Google Drive and share it with our OHSPRA members. So we all followed suit, but you were the first one to stand up and say, hey, this has to be done and we need to provide these resources.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It'd be wrong of me not to also give you and the other board members credit as well, because I've been 5-6 months serving as president thus far, 2-year term, and has really positive things have gone on in OHSPRA despite the coronavirus, and a lot of that is due to the team that the whole OHSPRA team, our chapter manager, our directors. It's been great. It's been great having such a great team that does such amazing work. So it's not just me; it's the whole team that makes it happen. So
we have a pretty great team. It's been an honor to serve with everybody.
It's been a wonderful team, absolutely.
So for anyone who's watching this, whether they're an OHSPRA member now and we hope they become an OHSPRA member again next year, or maybe they're not a member quite yet and they're on the fence, what do you think is the biggest benefit to being an OHSPRA member?
There's a lot of benefits, but I would say definitely the networking part of it. There's times where I just may have a frustrating day, and being able to vent to somebody who knows what I went through is good therapy. Also too, but there's been times I just did a letter the other day that went out, the whole Google universe went down, and I need to get a letter out quick, and I could write a letter quickly, but I also reached out to one of my colleagues. What did you guys send out? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to borrow some of that, So I wrote my own letter, but being able to talk to someone else who just did the same thing I did, it really helped them and it helped me as well. So I think that whole networking piece, getting to know people, I was familiar with the people in the surrounding districts around me originally, but now I've got people in Columbus and Cincinnati and Toledo and different parts of the state. And these people have become my, colleagues, my friends, my go-to folks. So I know that being on the OHSPRA board and being a member of OHSPRA, I mean, that's the biggest thing I've always taken away from day one when I first joined OHSPRA 20 years ago was that connection, that networking piece that's really made a difference, I think, in the work I do and the work other people do.
Yeah, I'd say that the majority of schools in Ohio probably have one, maybe two communicators in their building. So reaching out and connecting is just so important because there's 3 or 4 principals or more. There's lots of teachers. There's lots of different positions, and they can all just walk down the hall and lean on each other and steal ideas. We have to reach outside of our walls. We have to go out and be proactive and find those people who can commiserate and share ideas and best practices. So I'm glad we have OHSPRA there to kind of bring us all together.
Yeah, and I think too our field changes. Like when I first came on board, we had you took pictures with a 35mm camera, you faxed over news releases, you drove the photos to the newspaper office. I mean, yeah, look where we're at now. Social media, digital photography, instant website postings. I mean, it's a whole different world we're in now, and the evolution of the position, and also too, I think when I came on board, districts were just starting to take this position seriously, and I think as we go along, more and more districts are looking at the communication person as a valuable person for their cabinet or for their administrative team, and it's not just somebody that sends out a press release and takes a few photos. We do a whole lot more than that, and I think it's being seen the role that we play has become more and more important as time has gone on.
Absolutely. So as our board president, as the leader of our Ohio School Public Relations Association, what advice do you have to our members right now?
Well, stay cool, stay calm. Lean on your colleagues. They know what you're going through. They're going through the same thing. Being able to just, whether it's just a vent to somebody or if you're stuck on an idea, you're trying to write that letter or you're trying to put that video together and you're stuck, being able to reach out to your colleagues and say, hey, what can we do here? So lean on those people, both personally and professionally. It goes a long way. Be patient. I know that you get really burned out trying to do your regular job and do the coronavirus stuff and so on and so forth. But we'll get through this, and I just think you just try to remain positive. Try to work with your superintendent because their plates are full too, so you're trying to keep them positive. Just know, one of the things I told my superintendent was, if you can go to bed at night knowing that you did what you felt was best for children, then you did your job, and that's what I would say to my colleagues out there and to the OHSPRA members, that stay positive, follow OHSPRA, and just be we'll get beyond this. We'll get beyond this. It's a tough road to hoe, but we'll get through it.
Absolutely. Sage advice from our OHSPRA leader and president. Thank you, Lou, for taking the time to talk to us so we can get to know you a little bit better, and hopefully we'll do some more of these and get to know the rest of our board as well.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
Thank you. You ready? Oh, wait,
I'm
wait,
ready.
wait.
Oh.
You have to coach me on how to say your last name.
Actually, this doesn't sound funny, and it'll make sense after I explain it.
Okay.
It's pronounced the way it's spelled.
Okay.
So it's DeVincentis.
So
DeVincentis.
if I say DeVincentis, you won't burst out laughing at me. If I say it
I can't
slow
guarantee
like
I
that.
won't.
Okay.
Yes, it's DeVincentis.
DeVincentis.
Yeah, you can break it up. You know, the DE and then VINCENTIS.
Okay.
Break it up that way.
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, I can do that.